I was pretty disappointed when my name wasn't called. I was pretty confident that I'd won that fight. And to have I visualized the moment post-fight, my hands getting raised, and then for that to sort of shut down, I was pretty gutted. And to be honest, at the first, I felt the ref sort of grab my hand, but my hand didn't get raised. But when they come back and they said that they had announced the wrong name, it was like, this is my moment. That was my moment to shine. And I had mixed emotions because it had been taken away. But to be a new 2-time world champion is pretty amazing.
Did you feel a bit for your opponent having lost that way?
I did. I just think, it would be a real shit position to be in to, be announced the winner and then be called back. You're not the winner, you lose your bout. So yeah, I do feel for her. But, for me, I believe I won that fight.
Were you told you won the fight before they called you back, or you found out after they read scores?
I overheard that, it was a wrong decision. So, yeah, I sort of knew what I was expecting.
Talk about the fight. Where did you think you got off to a really good start in the fight? Did you feel like you did enough to obviously get that decision?
Yeah, I think I was controlling the first fair few rounds, maybe up until the 6th. Strong jab, had her on the back foot, maybe fell off the game plan a little bit towards the later rounds and made it a little bit more closer. But that's something we're going to work on in the gym so that doesn't pop up again in the next one. But yeah, still confident that I had won the fight.
Talk about Amelia's rematch. You're up for that pretty much. How soon? I know you're going to enjoy this victory, but they're obviously talking about a rematch pretty quickly.
Yeah, look, speak to my team. We'll organise all those things. I'm the fighter. I do what I'm told, and if there's a rematch, there's a rematch. I won't let it to go to that point next time.
Did anything about that her surprise you in the ring tonight? Is it what you expected, or is there some things that she did in there that you weren't expecting?
No, it was what we were expecting. We knew that she was going to be a come forward fighter, throw punches and bunches. Yeah.
Did you get a chance to watch the main fight at all that was just on between Vasiliy Lomachenko and George Kambosos?
Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch a lot of it. I was out the back doing a drug test and I couldn't pee, so I was locked in the bathroom for the last hour.
Congratulations on the victory once again.
Thank you so much. Just wanted to thank my team. I couldn't have got here without them. Promoter, my new head trainer, Craig Wilson, my whole team. It's been incredible. We've had a great camp and can't wait to do it again.
Right on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've got no words really. I thought I was comfortable in there. I was countering her jab with 3-4 shots. She may have been landing a jab, but I don't see how you can win a fight just landing a jab when you're getting hit with 3-4 shots every time. No words. And then the way it was announced, the ring announcer obviously thought I won. That's why he looked at the scorecards and announced it that way. Then to have it overturned, yeah.
What was going through your mind? Obviously, they led you winning, you're celebrating, you're on top of the world, and then they've called you back. What was going through your mind?
I just thought.
Called you back. That something's up.
Yeah.
Obviously.
As soon as they called me back, I thought, what's going on? And then they started announcing the scores again, and I thought, they're taking this away from me. I just know it. And didn't really actually know what was going on. They just pulled you again and started announcing the scores again. I thought they can only be trying to change it. But
it's bullshit. So, listen, we've got all the respect in the world for Cherneka and her team. They've been good all the way through. But that's bullshit. We've been brought over here. We've been set up from day dot. We asked for neutral judging. First of all, it was all from New Zealand for Cherneka. We're the champion. Then all of a sudden, it was all from Australia. Then we get told there's no drug testing. We've had to say we're going to pull out if there's no drug testing. It should be mandatory for all world title fights. Everyone knows what's been going on in the sport. Then we get 3 people after say should have changed it. 3 people, the WBA, Ludabella, someone else, all saying to us, you should have kept the original judges. What, that makes a difference? you know what I'm saying? Well, like, it makes a difference. Like, that gives you the right to rob us. That girl has been blatantly robbed tonight, and to do it like that as well.
I don't know what that Japanese ref, like 98,
like,
92, how
like
can
anyone who's got a pair of eyes and a pair of goggles, or do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Like, to score that 8 rounds to 2 is a blatant robbery. Blatant.
Everyone thought that was actually very wide. Talk us about, obviously, the fight. Did you feel like there was a bit of catching up to do? Did you feel like the early rounds, or did you feel like in control?
No, I thought I won the early rounds. Like, I thought, if anything, she won a few of the later ones. Like, she was coming forward and she's catching, like, she was throwing a jab, and I'm hitting her with 4 or 5 shots. So, yeah, I thought I was in control. But
well, listen, we feel like from day dot. We said it from day one. This was the problem with coming to Australia, and you're killing Australian boxing by doing things like this. It was all set up for Cherneka. She's got a massive profile. She's got a massive following. It's all set up for her to go and unify against Yoshida, because Ludabella's got Yoshida. That's what it's about. We've got a rematch clause. I guarantee it don't get activated. Do you know what I mean? We're activated. Do you know what I mean? But then they'll go and do that. They'll go and do the mantra, and then they'll go and fight Yoshida. Listen, this is bullshit. What's happening in boxing? Do you know what I mean? Like, we're the most respectful people. We've been humble. We're humble. We've been nice to everyone. Everyone's treated us good. But we just feel like this is bullshit. It shouldn't matter what country, and it goes on too much. Do you know what I mean? That's a blatant robbery. The girl won the fight clearly. There's not a person. I don't think there's a person on social media that's give Cherneka the fight. You've only got to look at their team and Cherneka after the fight. They're not even celebrating after the fight. Do you know what I mean? She's come into our dressing room. What was her answer? I'm sorry, like, I'm not the judge. That tells you everything you need to know. Do you know what I mean?
You say there's a rematch clause. I mean, where?
But the problem is, it's whether the W.
Back to Australia by the sound.
But,
Yeah,
listen, we go wherever it is. Like, listen, this is
the rematch has to happen
It has
next.
to happen. It's a blatant robbery. Like, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but but just like I said, I feel like we've been set up. Like, we've got 3 or 4. The WBA man's been with us for the last few days, sort of on our side. And the next thing, he's from New Zealand. I was like, what did you think? And he's like, oh, I don't know. Like, you know full well she won. Like, we've got how many people from Australia coming out and saying, like, it's bullshit, it's a blatant robbery. Do you know what I mean? Excuse my French, but it's not. If it was close and we're in Australia, I say, do you know what I mean? Fair enough, listen, she nicked the decision, but it was wild. I told her to slow down the first few rounds. She was throwing too many shots. I didn't want her to blow out. Do you know what I mean?
Obviously, you feel very strongly about this. I mean,
100% she lost that fight. Cherneka knows it. A team now. Listen, I've got massive respect for her team and Cherneka. I've got nothing bad to say about them. Yeah, they've been good. They ain't been disrespectful, but they know. Do you know what I mean? They knew then and they knew after. Like I said, for a fighter to come after and go, look, I'm sorry, I'm not the judge. Not like you could see. And if they didn't even listen, when she won, did you see anyone complaining? No one.
There was a lot of confusion in there, though.
Confusion after, but when they announced it, did you see that they knew it's a blatant robbery? Like that, Cherneka's come in and stood there and said, like, I'm sorry, I'm not the judges. It's as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? Sorry.
100%.
100% we're going to protest it. Let's see if Lou's a man of his word and does a rematch and shows that we ain't been set up. Let's see that. Do you know what I mean? Listen, like I said, we're humble people, we're respectful. Do you know what I mean? Listen, there's a lot of things going on like this week. Like I said, all we wanted was to be treated fairly. Drug testing, which will be mandatory for any world title fight, no matter where you are. I think everyone will agree on that. Do you know what I mean? Should be drug testing. Neutral judges. We had a British referee and judge here. He wasn't even on the panel. Come on, that tells you everything. Do you know what I mean? But regardless of all that, she won that fight. There's not a person on social media. We go through social media. Everyone will have a look at your phones. Everyone's saying bullshit, robbery. Everyone. The only people that are saying it is like OnlyFans people. Do you know what I mean? Like the odd 2 or 3. It's as simple as that. Like I said, Cherneka's. I don't want to keep going on it. Cherneka's team know they lost. And like I said, we've got massive respect for them. Nothing. It's not their fault. They're not the judges, but they know they lost.
You mentioned the drug testing. She just said that she was actually drug tested after.
Yeah, because we've been demanding it all week. It weren't going to happen. Let's be honest. Let's everyone be honest. Like, it wasn't even happening. But apparently, it's the Australian Commission don't sanction it, but the WBA said it's a mandatory for them, and we said we're not fighting if there's no drug testing. It should be an even playing field. So basically, we was told there's no drug testing. So you're opening up the gates for someone to go and do something. You're telling them they're not going to be tested. What's that all about? That's bullshit. Drug testing should be mandatory. It should be mandatory full stop. Do you know what I mean?
But it's not in most of the world.
I mean,
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, but I'm right in what I'm saying. It's a dangerous enough
I think at least if they didn't drug test you.
Listen, this is a single mum with 2 little boys. This is a single mum with 2 little boys who's 41 years old, who's fought her heart out for that belt.
And
She's worked
no
her
blood
bollocks off,
testing
yeah.
for this fight,
And we put our
wasn't
trust
there?
in this man, and we put our trust in everyone else. And I feel like we've been fucked over.
And you got to be bigger and better than most of the world.
Yeah, it's bullshit in boxing.
When we were able to rectify it, we rectified it, and that's.
But then I've been told by 3 people today, the WBA, I've been told by you, Lou, with all respect, I've got, listen, I'm not having a go, it is what it is, and another person, yeah, and they're all saying to us, well, you should have kept the Australian. Why? Why should I keep the Australian? Huh?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm saying
Because they're better
Because
judges.
we're better judges.
Oh, right.
That happens to be a fact.
Oh.
The judge with the fucked up score was
Yeah.
the neutral judge.
Yeah.
One
So-
of the
so that
neutral
makes you-
judges
yeah,
that
so
was
ma- so
demanding
basically that
that
makes-
score. There was no way in the world.
So that makes you right to be
No,
robbed.
no,
yeah.
I agree. No way, either way.
No
That
way in the world that was an 82 fight. And,
Yeah.
and
It's,
But is it understandable why we would not want 3 Australian judges?
and an Australian ref.
And a
of course
Russian.
it is, but when-
And originally, I believe that we had.
And do you
3
know what? No,
New
let me
Zealand
stop.
judges.
And the WBA man said to me, you should have kept the 4 New Zealand judges. I said, I never changed the. We never asked them. We didn't even know anything about it till we see it. Yeah.
You look
Thank
forward to
you.
the rematch. So do we. Thank you. You do as well.
Yeah.
And who
Get the rematch.
wants a rematch?
Who thought Nina won? Who thought Nina won? Let's be honest. Come on, let's be honest. Unless you're from
Rematch.
Australia.
Rematch.
Rematch. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what we need.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
reaches decisions on the Australian continent. So sometimes you have to make a judgment. I get why you would want neutral officials, right? But you saw sometimes what happens. The neutral official, one of the neutral officials, had a completely ridiculous scorecard, right? So, but it's no one's fault. I mean, the real horror of that was the emotion of being announced the winner and having it reversed. That's horrible.